If you're having a problem with your printer that you're not getting all the colors coming out of the print head, and you did run a cycle on the printer to try cleaning the print head, but it still does not have all the colors coming out of it, then I'm going to show you in this video how simple it is to unclog the print head. Now what normally happens in the print head, there are very fine little jets or nozzles. You have 3 rows, one for red, one for yellow, one for blue. And what will happen if you're not getting the right color output, usually one or more of these rows of nozzles becomes clogged with dried ink. Most people, after they try cleaning it with their printer, they give up and they throw them in the trash. Well, there's no reason to do that. I'm going to show you how easy it is to get this flowing again. This print head you see right here is out of my HP printer. This will work on Epson, work on a lot of different ones. It'll work on all the inkjet printers. If you look right here, here's the print head. Now there's 3 lines running from top to bottom. Each one is a color. One is red, one is yellow, one is blue. And you're going to want to find out which one of these is clogged. It may be just one, it may be more than one. And the way to do that, besides using a printer, is just take a paper towel, press the print head down firmly, make sure your finger right there, the line of the print head in line with your finger, push down hard and lift. Now you see I have all 3 colors there. I got the blue, the red, and the yellow. Now this print head here is the only one I have handy, and I unclogged this one about 3 days ago because it sat around for a while and the print head dried out. In my case, the red was not coming up. It was just a yellow on the left, blank spot in the middle, and blue on the right. To unclog it, I know that my red fill port is on the top, so I took a razor, cut that away, peeled off the tape to access that port. Once you pull the tape back to access the port for your color, you're going to want to look in each one of the holes. There's 3. Up here is the red, and down here is the blue, and then the yellow. You're going to look at the sponges to see what color they are. So if the blue line here is not showing up on your print head, peel the tape back and look for the one that has the sponge that's blue. That's the one we're going to have to work on. The next thing you're going to do is take some water. You only want to put it about 1/2 of an inch deep. You do not want to have water getting all up in here on top. You just want to soak the lower portion from my fingernail down, about 5/16 of an inch. You want to soak this whole area. Place that small amount of water in the microwave. You want to get it very warm, but you don't want to have it too hot that you can't put your finger in it. As long as you can touch it with your finger, it's just right. Once that water has been heated up, place the print head into the very warm water and allow it to sit for a few minutes. You could take it back out, let it drip, try blotting it, and see if all your colors are back. Alright? If all the colors are back, then you don't have to go any further. If the color is not back, then I'm going to show you right now what you can do, and it will definitely unclog those nozzles with the dried ink inside. I'm going to peel my top piece of tape off here that I put on a few days ago. Oh. Alright, like that. So we'll let that sit a minute. Okay. What you're going to do now, you're going to take a vinyl tube, about 1/8 of an inch inside diameter, or you could use a rubber tube. It could be a vacuum line. You could pick it up in an auto parts store. It could be a piece of surgical tubing, but you are going to need a small piece of tube like you see here to do this. This end goes in your mouth. The other end is going to be placed directly over the opening of the color for the port that's clogged. Once this tube is securely positioned over that hole and you're pushing down to make sure that the air cannot leak out or very little leaks out, you're going to gently blow into this tube. As you're doing that, you should start to see the color going into the water of the one that's clogged. So in this case, I'm going to show you using the red again because that was the one that was clogged. Put this in my mouth and I'm going to blow through here. If you don't see color coming out, then you're going to increase the amount of pressure that you're blowing into that opening. Now I've seen some people put videos where they're pressurizing the bottom and they're trying to shoot it in to clean it. That's a very bad idea, because what's going to happen, you're going to push any dried ink into the nozzles further, and then if it does make it into the nozzles, what's going to happen later on, it might try and come back out and plug it up again. So you don't want to push anything inward. You want to go from the inside chamber where the ink is, pressurize it slightly, and have those dried ink areas push outward. Here we go. You can see the red is clear. It blew right through the nozzles, nice and clean. Alright, that's what you want to see. 3 uniform lines. Now if you see that only a portion of the line has reappeared, do the same thing again. Apply more pressure into that chamber with the ink sponge until the whole line comes back. This has worked for me every single time. I have never had a problem unclogging a printhead using this procedure. Once the printhead nozzles have been cleared, you then have to reapply the tape. You can take a piece of Scotch tape, cover up the opening, and you want to leave just those little points sticking out, the 2 there and the 2 over here. Cover the squiggly line up and the hole. This allows just a little bit of air to enter for the printhead to work properly. Once that's finished, reinstalling your printer, you can align the cartridge and then print a test page, and you should be good to go. If you enjoyed this video, please rate it a thumbs up, subscribe, and post links to this video on other websites and blogs. Also be sure to check out my video playlist as well. Thank you very much for watching.